The crown shone bright in the desert sun, but the heart beneath it was dim. No one saw the shadows, hiding behind the glitter of power, the weight behind the grace of every bow. He was Fazza, the prince whose name meant pride, whose smile was strength, whose silence was poetry. Yet tonight, even the moon avoided his gaze. He stood on the balcony of his palace, overlooking the sea of sand and city lights. Two worlds he ruled, yet neither could heal what lived inside. The world called him blessed, but blessings too sometimes become burdens when the soul aches. He had learned early that a ruler must never show pain, that the eyes of a leader must always promise peace, even when the heart is in war. But tonight, he could no longer pretend. He removed the golden robe, placed the crown upon the table, and walked barefoot into the garden, where his mother once told him, "Greatness begins where pride ends." He remembered her voice, soft as prayer, guiding him even in her absence. He sat beside the fountain, its rhythm like heartbeat and memory. The moonlight touched his face, and for the first time in years, a tear escaped. He let it fall freely, for he was not Fazza the ruler tonight, but Fazza the man, the son, the lover, the poet, the believer. "Is greater than the world bows to my name," he whispered, "but none kneel beside my sorrow." The falcon above watched in silence. The stars dimmed slightly, as if they, too, felt the heaviness in his chest. He spoke again, to no one and everyone, to the sky, to the sand, to God. "Is greater than do kings cry, Ya Allah? Do princes bleed inside their smile? When the heart is a battlefield, who heals the one who heals the world?" The wind moved softly, answering with gentle truth, that even rulers are human, that even crowns can hide broken dreams. He closed his eyes, saw faces he missed, moments he could not return to, promises that lived only in memory. "Is greater than the desert remembers everything," he said, touching the sand. "Every tear I hide becomes a grain beneath this crown." He stood again, his robe flowing like shadow and gold. In the quiet glow of night, he looked less like a ruler and more like a soul searching for peace. He lifted the crown again, but this time he did not wear it. He held it to his heart. "Is greater than, let this not be my symbol of pride." He prayed softly, but my reminder that power without humility is pain. And when he looked up, the first light of dawn kissed his tears, turning them into pearls of light. In that moment, Fazza realized something divine, that tears are not weakness. They are the language of the soul. When words dare not speak, he smiled faintly, not the smile of a ruler, but the smile of a man who understood. The morning came gently, its light like forgiveness, its warmth like mercy. But Fazza's eyes still carried the depth of night, the kind of stillness only found in those who have seen too much, felt too deeply, and learned to stay silent. He walked through his palace halls, where the portraits of ancestors watched over him. Their painted smiles spoke of strength and conquest, but none of them could tell how heavy a heart feels when it beats beneath gold. Each step echoed softly, a reminder that power is both a gift and a chain. Every corridor held stories of glory, but he could see behind the shine the solitude that crowns bring. He reached his private chamber, where the curtains swayed like whispers. On the marble table lay his notebook, the one where he wrote what the world must never hear. He opened it slowly, the ink from last night still glistening, like a wound refusing to heal. They think the crown means peace, he wrote, but it means duty eternal, endless, unseen. They think power brings comfort, but comfort hides where truth is allowed to breathe. His words bled honesty, the kind that kings are forbidden to speak. He looked up and sighed. Outside, the world moved in rhythm, the city alive with purpose, the people smiling, believing their prince was unshakable. But what they never saw was the boy inside the man, still searching for his mother's lullaby, still waiting for someone to ask, "Are you truly okay?" He closed his eyes, and memories returned. Her laughter under the palm trees, her voice echoing like verses of peace. He remembered her saying, "Fazza, a ruler's heart must remain human." That was her final gift, a lesson wrapped in love. He held on to it, like a pearl hidden in the depths of sorrow. He rose and walked toward the courtyard, where sunlight poured through the arches like gold rain. The guards stepped aside, bowing deeply, but Fazza's eyes were far away, beyond the palace, beyond time. He mounted his horse and rode again, this time without armor, without followers. Just Fazza the man, not the prince. He galloped across the golden desert, feeling the heartbeat of the earth beneath him. Each gust of wind whispered something sacred.